September 28th, Curse of STRAHD. Alright, so
Very nice.
Great notes.
we completed a lot of plots. Hardly anything left on there.
Yeah, we're
Well,
all the way up to 5th level.
But that goes to show how rich this adventure is.
no, there's a lot of shit
I mean,
going on.
look at that.
Yeah.
I feel like a playthrough of this campaign, you could easily miss like a third of the content and still have a very full, complete playthrough. Alright,
Well,
so let's see what we did last
You
session.
guys are in Kresk.
I was wondering where we were. We still have
You guys were hanging out at the monastery with
the, what's her name?
Volana?
Esmeralda. Yeah,
Esmeralda, who has a great plan to ambush
I'm all on board
STRAHD
with
as soon
that.
as he walks through that door.
Because she's buying him a dress or something, right?
Yeah. She needs you guys to get a dress. I forgot about that.
Yeah, gown for Valsil.
Yeah, Vasilka is the creation of the abbot, who's all up there.
Oh yeah.
Unlimited power. Not a lot of sanity left. Oh yes, the ever popular page, Noom. Looks pretty good, I thought.
Mint.
Nice. That'll go well in the reset.
Oh, I thought.
So before we leave Kresk, I feel like we should figure out what to do with Irina. Because we've just been dragging them around, and I don't think Volaki's really that safe anymore.
Nowhere is safe.
I mean, I guess we could go put her in the church, but...
I mean, that was the original intent, to put her in the church there.
Yeah, but she wanted to come here to see the ad. I mean, I guess she could stay in the ad.
You can leave them with these people, or you can leave them with these people.
No. Those are the Vistani?
Yeah.
Yeah, no. Vistani, STRAHD owns the Vistani as far as I know.
A lot of them have converted over to just, he's the Donald Trump of their world. And other than that, you know, it's, some of them are good, but they know that, you know, he's where their juice comes from.
I feel like maybe, because Jay said something last time, because I wrote this down, I put it in the notes.
What's the name of this whole realm again?
Barovia.
But it was something about STRAHD and Titania get together, earth-shaking event. Sergei and Titania get together, earth-shaking event.
That's right.
So, like, if we just drag her around, STRAHD's gonna get it. Like, we can't...
You can either have her end up with
Why not
Sergei.
throw her in the lake?
You can drop her in the lake, or just do whatever that
well,
was.
see, that's what I was wondering.
Because the hand came out and was like,
And it
you know,
seemed,
that
based
was
off
Sergei.
the story we found out afterwards, it seemed like he's not a bad guy.
Right.
I don't really know.
seemed like maybe we should have let them hook up, and we wouldn't have to worry about.
Well, she'd just be in the lake or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Phantom Zone.
I mean, it might be worth seeing what happens, just because I don't think it's. I don't know.
Yeah.
I just.
I mean, yeah,
I don't know what else to do with her.
That's where I was at the end when we learned the story of Sergei and that Strahd killed him.
Yeah.
And that
they were true love
and all
like
that, and it's like, well, maybe we should have let them
Those little mosquitoes.
get together.
I got him.
That little one over there that's just going to lay on the back of Ed's neck, and he's going to itch in 2 weeks.
Yeah, there's a couple over here.
I
got one.
Well, the thing is, we'll have to convince Amanda to let it happen.
Well, no, because we can just walk by and I'll just toss her in the lake.
Yeah, dirty rotten scoundrel style.
You know, I guess if she dies, at least we get the XP.
I don't think she's. Well, maybe she'll die. I don't really know. I don't know what else to do with her, but I don't think we should let Strahd get her.
Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, we've basically dragged her across all of Barovia.
She is, right now, she's at the Esmeralda. She's training to be a witch hunter. Or, not a witch hunter, a vampire hunter.
But is she not still hearing the
That's
call?
not a safe place for her.
She only heard the call when she got close to it. And then she turned into someone else. And even the Dragonborn, who you figure is possessed by a Vistani ghost, is having... It's like, just give her to Strahd. Remember when he kept saying that?
Yeah, no,
Right.
and that's...
That wasn't by accident he was saying that.
Yeah, I don't...
I think we could even possibly convince Amanda in that these are two souls that are supposed to be together. And it may not actually be a bad thing for...
You can do that convincing, because for me, I just don't want to safeguard her anymore, and I don't want STRAHD to get her, so...
Right.
Whatever situation where STRAHD doesn't get her and I don't have to babysit anymore, that's the win for me.
Well, I mean, my point of view is STRAHD is evil. We do not want him to get her. So the opposite of that should, I would think, be good. Even if it had dark clouds looming and...
At the very least, I feel like it would be good for the soul that keeps reincarnating and STRAHD keeps hunting. Because, like, even if she dies, the soul gets reunited. Because we're learning about how, like, the souls don't leave. So this must be a cycle where Tatiana keeps coming back every, whatever, 20, 30 years. And after they die, and STRAHD hunts her every time.
But I mean,
and his soul is trapped.
But is she gonna come back again then sometime down the road?
I don't know if she will if she gets reunited with him. Like, I don't know. Because, like, he's trapped in that lake. Maybe they'll be trapped in that lake together, and STRAHD will be like, well...
Or maybe
it's a
he'll
holy
release
place.
everybody.
Yeah. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah.
That would be great.
Mm-hmm.
We just wash our hands and leave.
Yeah, right.
I don't know. I think it's either that or we have to bring her back to the chapel and just hope that she doesn't leave the chapel, because she's going to leave.
I want to take her to... because we can't bring her around with us forever, because...
She'll die, or that's going
to go well.
us.
You'll have to convince everybody else to go to the tower. It's at the tower.
Because initially it was believed that this place would be safer.
Crest?
The abbot would be safer.
No.
The abbey would be safer.
But now that we know the abbot's trying to bring STRAHD to him, that's not really a safe place for her to be. Even though that the abbey's kind of a fortress.
Oh,
also, I'm
yeah.
afraid that they turn
Okay.
her into some patchwork thing.
Yeah, this place is dead. Oh,
Yester Hill.
Yeah, I don't want to leave her in the night.
Oh, is that why?
Perez.
Especially after we had to sign that form when we came in of whether we were checking ourselves in or not, I feel like. Just seems a little nefarious.
Are you checking yourself in? Was kind of how it was phrased. And then at the bottom it says, or is someone else checking you in?
Where is the tower?
It's by the. It was on the way the tower for.
Van Richten.
Yeah, it was on the way from Kresk to.
Okay, so it's
Blockade.
it's at Lake Baratok.
Yep.
Yeah, that makes sense. We saw it in the distance. We didn't go to it.
Yeah, well, I was up there. I was at the lake where that whole thing happened.
Yeah, right.
How did I feel? How did Amanda feel
At the pond?
at the pond? Like,
Did her soccer mom radar go off?
yeah, like did I?
Her spider sense.
It wasn't a Fae thing. Like you've heard of
No,
the
but the-
Arthurian legend of the Lady of the Lake. It wasn't like
Okay,
that.
but like as far as like just a mom, like did I get?
Like creeped out, like pedophile lurking in the water kind of feel.
You didn't
or
think it was STRAHD. I could sense that you guys were kind of worried about that, like, oh, it's him in disguise, and it wasn't. It's legitimately a spirit in the water that would join with her soul. You don't know if... what's her name? Esmeralda.
Or Esmeralda.
I mean,
Irina?
Irina would then become soulless. If her body would go in, or if it just sucked the soul out of it and she just wanders around.
Well,
like
Irina
every other
really
gray
is
face.
Tatiana anyway. I mean, Irina's soul, Irina as herself, is just reincarnated Tatiana. So, if she becomes a husk, so what? Her soul is in a better place.
There's a lot of husks walking around.
I mean, honestly,
you guys have actually
the
learned.
soul is what matters. The husk doesn't.
You guys have already learned how to identify
I'm a
the people
spiritual
with
lady,
souls.
okay? That's how I think.
People with souls have like that touch of happiness, that one thing about them that distinguishes them from the soulless that are walking around here that look just like everybody else.
We've only met a couple of those people, though, right? Like the tavern people at the Blue Inn had souls. I think that them, and then we met a couple people in the village of Barovia, I think, that had souls.
But you left them behind to die.
Yeah.
All right, let's vote.
You gonna go to Yester Hill, finish off the druids then?
I think we throw
Well, what do we do with Tatiana before? I mean, with
Irina.
Irina before we leave Kresk?
I think we let the souls merge and see what happens.
If
Amanda lets us.
If Amanda didn't get a really bad creepy vibe out of the lake in that whole situation.
The only creepy thing was that all this doom and gloom like emerged from Ravenloft Castle and began to circle like violent thunderclouds over the top of the pond.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, that's good though. That means Strahd's
That means
pissed.
Strahd's pissed.
I'm happy with that. I'm way more on board with this story if we're directly pissing off Strahd.
We're
too.
making Jay happy. I'm nervous now.
Was there like
Just gonna need to get some more dice for the damage.
were there any ravens that appeared when that happened?
No.
That's too bad.
No one there to save you if it happens.
Well, the ravens are always a sign that there's... Well, that could be two ways. Because the ravens are trying to lead us to... They're either trying to lead us to the right path or they're trying to protect us. Because they're good. So maybe they would either try to stop us or lead us the right way. I don't know.
You know, I never thought of that. I think it's mixed silver and iron powder, isn't it, for that spell?
It was,
Oh, I gotta run over and get Vaughn like at 8 o'clock when he's doing the scouts, and I'll be
It
done
is
for 5 minutes.
7:34.
Cool, I don't forget.
How long is it to get over there?
4 minutes. It's just the church on the corner.
silver and iron.
So if it's mostly iron, then you'd only need like one.
Well,
piece
no,
of
it
silver.
says...
Wow.
Oh. Bozo.
Way to make it awkward, Dad.
You can play with this?
No, I have homework.
I always say that.
No, I actually have homework.
Maybe Abe will play with us tonight.
Because of volleyball.
What did Vaughn say about his the characters?
I don't know.
Nobody got Dave.
Oh.
She doesn't know yet.
Your kid brother was basically cutting me down. Rightfully
Have you
so.
seen how many of Dave's characters have died? All of them.
Although
Like 9.
the last character
Solo.
change wasn't because of a death.
Hey, where's the chocolate drizzle?
You didn't want that one.
Fine, I'm good.
I was reading here, though, on Magic Circle, it says holy water or
Oh.
powdered
You can
silver
make
and
holy
iron.
No,
worth at least 100
it
gold.
does not say or.
It says or.
There's not an or.
There is an or.
That's bullshit.
Must be in the errata.
Well, it's
New
holy,
house rule.
but it does say holy water worth at least 100 gold pieces. That is some expensive
Oh, that's an
Perrier.
expensive holy. I make my own holy water.
That's made by the Pope himself. Selling it on eBay for 100 gold pieces.
I'm
Hey,
assuming
the only-
or is taken
No,
out with the
so-
house rules.
The only thing your priest does is turn wine into water.
I turn wine into urine. So you could do it. You just need 100 gold pieces worth of.
Which in Barovia is like 500.
You could talk to the abbot.
1,000.
No.
So you wouldn't need all the silver if you could get 100 gold pieces worth of holy water. How is a shitload of holy water? Like how much? That's like this deep.
We have some going.
Oh no, we don't worry. We
All right,
we
so
don't
let's-
need Magic
Well,
Circle.
you can probably.
We're going to head to the pond.
If you want to use Magic Circle, you'd probably just have to do that. Make yourself enough holy water. Seriously, you're
chug.
taking Arena to the pond.
Yep.
After all that's happened,
I don't know what else to do with her.
you could go directly.
Creeper
leave Irina
really
with
doesn't care.
Esmeralda and go directly to Blanche
I
Rock,
own him,
but
so that's two votes.
My character
I'm fine.
my character doesn't really care.
I'm paranoid now, so I say we leave her with the vampire huntress and we go to the druids.
Creeper was sent to spy on Hogwarts, and he's had enough of like annoying teenage girls to last an eternity.
especially when they're really old and they do that meldy myrtle sound.
Myrtle. I'm like a grandmother doing the voice for a teenager.
I mean, do we feel Esmeralda would be able to protect her?
She's crazy.
She's a maniac.
She's a maniac.
I think she's pretty skilled too. But, I mean,
she will at
Creeper
least
would
be
be
able
fine
to.
if you want to leave her with her.
She'll at least be able to hold her own for
Creeper
like
doesn't
until
care.
Strahd goes, and she goes.
but see, that might actually be a detriment to us too, because if we leave Arena with Esmeralda, it's going to attract Strahd to Esmeralda, and as maniac-y as Esmeralda is, I think she would be useful for us in a fight. And I think
Yeah.
Strahd would just own her.
But does,
yeah.
does she even care about Irina though? Esmeralda?
I think she does if she's important to Strahd.
Yeah.
Her goal is to kill Strahd.
But she doesn't buy that right now. She's convinced on this whole wedding dress
true.
ploy. She's got that tunnel vision.
The devil dwells in his dark house upon the misty pillar. First he'll taste her sweet, sweet blood, and then he'll have to kill her.
Strahd going to marry.
The Gollum, the Franken monster thing. Yeah,
She looks like the corpse. What was that? Was it
Corpse Bride?
Corpse Bride? Is that the one?
Sewn together pieces. Vasilka. Patchwork monster. Currently does not have.
If you could transfer Irina's soul into the Patchwork monster, then you'd be onto something.
Well, how would that? Then Irina would have no soul.
So you couldn't suck her blood.
That's true.
But
He just needs to suck her blood.
The saying still says he'll taste her sweet, sweet blood, and then he'll have to kill her.
But the abbot didn't really have any desire to even talk to Irina. He didn't even see Irina.
Nope,
He just
He only
she
saw
was
his own
useless.
grand plan, and that was it.
So he might not even want, because we can't transfer a soul, only he can, that we know of. So he might not even care about that.
Well, I think the two choices are drag her across Barovia again, or try the pond thing.
I'm ready to throw her in the lake, especially if it's going to piss Strahd off. That's my vote.
TPK, let's go for it.
You guys can run. I'll kill Strahd, and then I'll get all the XP and level to 20. This is what my character thinks.
Trying to get up to 11.
Can we save the game? Open door in the pond. Then reload.
Nice. I like it.
Good thinking.
I think pissing Strahd off, even if it's putting ourselves at our peril, is beneficial to us. Because I think if he drinks her blood, that's going to be better for him. That's what he
Now,
wants.
here's an interesting theory. If we dump her into the pond and it sucks her soul out and her soul is in the pond, could it potentially be safe there for a while?
That's what I think.
But then, because we were thinking this abbot has the ability to shift, we said it was like the
Move souls.
to move souls, at some point, take her out of there, back into her body.
Maybe, yeah.
Well, I'm assuming that Strahd has something to do with the whatever spell that is causing the souls to be stuck.
That's the curse. I'm sure that's what the curse of
is.
Strahd
Right.
is.
So, if we take the soul that he wants and sticks it where he can't get it and piss him off, it's just like a little,
It's undermining him somehow.
exactly.
Putting him off kilter. Showing him that we can fight him. Or at least hurt him.
Count Strahd, make Barovia great again.
Oh, God.
But maybe he would be forced to release the souls.
To get her out or something? I don't know.
But, we're theorizing about this curse of Strahd. Did he do is he responsible for the curse or someone else responsible?
I don't know how he got cursed, but I'm pretty sure him killing his brother to rob him of his wife.
And then his wife, and then she threw herself off the tower.
I'm pretty sure that is one of the defining factors, because before that nobody knew he was a vampire. If he was even a vampire before that. So after that is when he got revealed to be a vampire, according to the story.
That's when shit went south.
That's when he went nuts. So I don't know what happened before that. Like, he could have been a vampire already. But
He may not have been either.
yeah, he might not have been. That might have been the defining event. I don't know. I say we
Go
piss.
out beer. Why not?
My character is not afraid of Strahd.
Don't you know that can cause
Wants to hurt
pregnancy
him.
problems?
I had a operation to alleviate any chance of that happening again.
I think Dave has like 9 kids.
In other words, he's shooting blanks.
What's it like after you've had it? I mean, like, do you still get just jizz still come out?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
He's 5 bloods.
Just no sperm?
Yeah.
What fun is that? I like it when it like races out, like you know, like when they got the petri dishes and thing, and they're testing the blood, and they're like the one with the hot thing goes, and the other one goes, jumps out like a like a spring.
Do you do that with your semen a lot? Yeah, little petri dishes.
Perhaps you've seen my movies.
How much do you edit these podcasts?
He's going to edit all this out.
I
until
didn't
we
edit
actually
anything
start.
out of the last one. That was pretty good. The first 2, I did all the fun stuff. And that is pretty cleanly too on Audacity. Something blue?
Alright.
That's Baron Kreskov, Baroness Kreskova.
I'm gonna.
The Oompa Loompa
If you
family.
want this to happen, you have to convince her, because I'm not gonna convince her. My convincing of her is not gonna. It's just
Well,
we don't follow the same train of thoughts.
Amanda, what do you feel if we try? Because it seemed the soul, from what I hear, because I wasn't there, it sounded like that was Sergei's soul who was her true love. This is her soul mate. Should we unite them as they...
Is that not fate?
I mean, it just makes me think that's how it should be, whether it pisses STRAHD off or not.
I didn't get any bad mom vibes up there.
Well, then let's go for it and prepare for battle.
Alright, so you're gonna go grab her out of Esmeralda's room and drag her ass down there. Hope for the best.
I say we ask Esmeralda if she wants to come down too. STRAHD might. We can tell her. I'll whisper to Esmeralda. I'll tell her we're gonna bring Irina down to this lake, and we think it might piss STRAHD off. If there's a chance he shows up, he's probably gonna be pissed and not in his best form for fighting, and you might have a really good chance, especially if I'm there to help you, in cutting his head off and, you know. Especially there's water too, and if we just move the water around, you know, it's moving water, and you just throw them in there.
Why not just bring the pond up here? Makes like a little cross and then like cuts a piece of furniture in half. Says, why don't you just bring the pond up here?
Well,
and I can kill him right in the doorway. I got that corner, see the little edges? I got the little pitons pounded in. I'm going to be up there just like this. He walks through, I drop down on him, drive my sword right down the top of his head, comes out his pooper. And it's just...
I agree with that plan.
I just cut him in 4 different directions at once.
I agree with that plan, but if we bring the water up here, there's less of a chance that we'll be able to move it. As a vampire hunter, you should know that moving water, you know, is one of the best ways to you know, put him down. So I'm going to try to convince her. I'm going to try to persuade her. So that's a grand total of not high.
She doesn't believe you.
Okay. Well, I tried. 9. That's what that is.
That's all that was in the original, huh? Yeah, so she's like, no, you'll have to come down here, Khan. You'll have to come down here.
Alright, well.
Nice, William Shatner.
You're not quite, yeah. You could probably get her, I don't know. You'd have to work on her a bit. You might be able to get her to come with.
I'll keep trying to strategize with her. I'm saying, well, you might just, you might miss out on a fight. Just saying, and you know, I'm gonna get all the glory for killing him. So, you don't have to be there. I know I can do it. I've already done it once. So.
Ooh, tell me the tale of that.
Well, you see, what I did is, you know, your plan was good, but I had 2 rocks in between, and there was only one path where he could come in, and none of his minions could come, and he came in, and I just, you know, I hit him right on the neck, and he just burst into bats and died. But I think he reformed because, you know, I didn't have a silvered weapon. So that's my problem.
I'm gonna sit down and start chatting with Irina. It is.
Okay.
And just talk to her about, does she remember any of the feelings she got?
Doesn't remember anything about the entire event.
Like the pool.
Nothing. She's neutral. Doesn't feel creeped out. Doesn't feel either way about
I'm not gonna tell her I'm gonna push her in and.
Okay.
I'm just gonna talk to her, just see if she remembers anything, how she felt down there.
You're not going to tell her we just want to hold you under the water till your soul leaves your body?
I don't think we necessarily have to hold her under the water.
I know.
I'm basically just gonna try to not shame, but like reverse psychology Esmeralda a little bit and be like, well, if you want to miss out on the glory, that's okay. I can get it. You know, these people are kind of helpful.
Do you really think STRAHD will come?
He might. It'll piss him off. At the very least, you know, you'll get to see him pissed off.
So the last time she was brought to the pond,
I could use 2 axes.
There was a giant black cloud that appeared and formed and swirled like a vortex above the pond.
And it came from Ravenloft Castle.
Yeah.
Pure coincidence. I could use 2 axes.
Yeah.
The little hook things on the end where they come out.
Get a good
hook
solid
his
grip.
Neck right there.
Yeah.
Sever between the 3rd and 4th vertebra so you can still breathe and his eyes still move. And then finish him off with a maul. Like a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Alright, let's forget
What you could do is you could get a pike.
Let's go.
Put it up under his chin, just lift him up and just put it in the ground, plant him there, and he'll be struggling, and then you can pincushion him for like days.
That's the stupidest idea I've ever heard.
Oh, no, see. I think you're not creative enough.
Alright, so anyways, yeah, she'll go with you.
Okay.
How does Irina feel about going back to the lake?
What are we going to the lake for?
Oh, we thought it'd be a good experience to,
It reportedly has some magical powers of protection.
Remember that water? I'd give her some of that water that tastes awesome and is like replenishing.
Oh, did you save some water?
I did.
Did you want the water that my dead sprite is in, floating in?
No, I don't want that one.
Shake it up and there's some particles floating around in there. That's great.
Little sprite bits.
That's awesome. She turns yours down. She doesn't want to drink yours.
Obviously not.
Nor it's Ben. Especially if you have little sprite particles in the other one.
He's a little demon baby. I don't know what he does.
This is what Irina fashions herself as.
Seriously?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Is she pretty inept though?
Is that
She's
like
a 13-year-old, has not learned any real skills yet. She's got the diplomatic skills to be a burgomistress, and that's about it.
She looks like a sister of battle.
Yeah, she would
She
be.
looks like she knows how to use a sword a little bit.
You could put a little parentheses on there if you left with Esmeralda. Didn't drop in the pool.
Hint, hint, hint.
So you guys got out of the pool.
Hint, hint, hint.
You got her in like chains in tow, and Esmeralda's looking around, trying to find a good hiding spot from which to leap from and
Is this Mark with us?
one shot, one kill. Yeah. He has no idea. Was he there when that first happened?
I don't remember. I wasn't with you.
I wasn't there.
On the door.
Oh wait, you're in Kresk. And you hear that drum beat in the back of your head, same one that they used in the original Clash of the Titans. Really creative one. And then when there's like time to quit, there's the one guy who doesn't stop on time. It's like. So you get to the pond, and things go well from there on. As Irina reaches the pool's edge, an image appears in its sparkling blue waters. A handsome youth of kind and noble visage. The sadness in his eyes turns to sudden joy again. Tatiana! It hasn't been that long, but it's been so long. Come, my love, let us be together at last. Again, since the last time you were here. And then Irina goes into her trance, her eyes roll back, she gasps, puts her hand on her heart. My beloved Sergei! In life you are a prince and a man of faith. We were to be married long ago. Has this blessed pool called your spirit to me? She reaches towards the water's surface as a hand of water rises up to take hers.
So how am I feeling? Like how am my motherly vibes feeling about this?
I feel terrible.
Do I really?
Yeah, just because it's like, you know, her physical body, you know, you're having like that. It's just her physical body. Her soul's just leaving, and the body's gonna sleep and be buried in the ground or whatever. You don't know. So you have like that odd feeling that.
Yeah. Okay.
It's all the mystical stuff. You're more like in the Fey realm. You're like life and death and stuff. So it's got you confused. What's your character think?
My character is indifferent.
I'm
What's
looking.
the priest man think? You gonna do last rites?
My character's having a hard time. Just the soul is a special thing to make it leave its shell, even if it is the soul mate.
Amanda's openly weeping.
I think that that is the nature of this place, and that souls should be able to move freely based on their own independence. And I'm looking up at the sky, waiting for STRAHD.
Oh, the sky is changing.
Actually, my character wants this to happen because collateral damage is fine and often necessary for proper research and understanding. I'm kind of curious as to what will occur here, being new to this realm.
Those are good.
The sky starts turning about as orange as those sweet southern heat barbecue flavored kettle chips over there. The trees are crawling in from the sides, trying to separate the two like this. Like
just
they're gonna
wrong.
pull them apart. You're gonna hear all this thunder and see some lightning from back on the hill from miles away, and you can see this mystical arrow of darkness coming across the sky. It begins to swirl up above. More lightning occurs, and you can see that Irina has a moment of clarity as she's... Where are you guys all standing?
I'm sitting next to her with my arm around her.
Irina?
I'd probably be back a little bit. I'd be looking up at the sky.
So you're in the water then?
Sure.
Okay. You're got a toe in the water?
He's the hand
Anything?
coming out.
However close you want to be. You guys, wherever you're going to be.
Yeah, be there.
Okay. And
Take his hand, Irina.
it's just almost as if the all the air got sucked out of the place here. You're like, can't breathe. Can't breathe.
Take his hand, Irina.
And she's like, this dramatic music playing in the background. A peal of thunder shakes the land. Irina's pulled into the pool and embraces Sergei beneath the rippling water. You've never seen a happier couple as they both begin to fade from view. They're both
Did her whole body go in?
Yes. And they're just like...
That's a good thing.
In the peal of thunder that shakes the land, the dark clouds coalesce into a terrible visage. A deep, dark voice from beyond the mountain cries out, "She is mine!" A terrible crack resounds as blue lightning splits the sky and strikes the pool. Everybody within 15 feet?
I'm there. I was next.
I would
Make
say
a-
I'd probably
Make a DC 17 dexterity check. Anybody in the pool?
No.
No.
No,
Nope, I fail.
Okay.
Oh, what, 17? What, dex?
Oh,
Yep.
you might.
15. Nope, I miss.
Okay.
How many points?
You're knocked prone, just like boom. You fly back about 10 feet. Anybody in the pool takes 8d10 points of damage.
Good thing we're not in the pool.
The gazebo, the shrine to the evening lady, whatever she
The
was.
Morning Lord.
There's the Morning Lord, and then there's the
Mother Night.
Mother Night.
Other night.
Anyways, it destroys the pool. It destroys the gazebo. There's colored carp falling down from the sky right now. It's just
How do you destroy the pool?
all the water got exploded out of it.
Wow.
Try to evaporate as much of it as possible.
Yeah. And all of a sudden you're able to breathe again. And then what comes... you hear hoofbeats approaching from just down the road.
We should probably get going.
I think we
Or
need
you
to-
should. And I will stay here to kill them.
I knew I was missing something.
And you get a lonely messenger with his head hanging low of Vistani. Rides up.
I have my weapon
and
ready.
hands you another copy of STRAHD's invitation.
Not yet. We're gonna go do some druids.
My character audibly laughs out loud. For probably 20 to 30 seconds.
And then he rides off. He rides off again and shakes his head. How many times have I had to do this?
Well, I'm extremely happy with those results. Nothing bad happened. We got rid of the little girl, and STRAHD got his feelings hurt. Because
Amanda is completely lost herself. She's just completely lost it, as if she's so empty nested all at once. She'd be on her hands and knees, but she was blasted back 10 feet from the lightning bolt, so she's just kind of rolled over into a fetal position and is having.
I go to console her and try to get her back to her feet.
All right, make some kind of.
Did we suffer any hit point damage?
No, none at all. But you didn't want to be in the pool, Mr. Brave.
I roll.
You could have taken 8d10 damage.
Sure. Yeah, I could have taken 2d10.
Well, he kind of does. Recites Psalm 69, and then
doesn't even have anything to do with this.
It's this horrible psalm.
It will be all right, Amanda. It will be all right. I feel
the
the
Lord
pain.
brought forth his wrath upon the world. You want Old Testament instead of New Testament.
Alright. And then you can hear things kind of begin to go about their normal business again in Kresk.
Where's Esmeralda at?
She came down with you. She got blasted back. She's
I tell her,
like, you promised me that he would come here.
He got pissed off. He was too afraid. He probably saw me.
Brought the wrong weapons.
He probably saw both of you.
Yeah, that's probably what it was.
I'm going to use insulated. I'm definitely going to use insulated handles. Maybe ground myself.
Rubber boots.
Rubber boots. So she's already made plans. Maybe we can get him into his new ride then.
So there's no water, there's no sign of Sergei or...
Neither one, and all the water in the pool that was allowed to heal you guys, raise the dead, all that stuff is gone.
Raise the dead? What?
Oh,
Except my little pixie bottle.
I have some too.
Yep, got the sample. Sell it on eBay.
So, shall we go find the druids?
Sure.
Yeah, do that. You don't have to worry about her anymore.
You guys gonna go back to the asylum?
Not right now.
Ismark is kind of lost.
She wasn't really your sister anyway.
You should go back to the village of Barovia and be its burgermeister like you were supposed to be. Lead
Yes.
your people like a
people
strong
need you.
man.
Yes, I should. She leaves you. Good to meet you, good to meet you, good to meet you, good to meet you, good to
We
meet you.
will
If you
visit
ever
you.
come through Barovia, make sure you look me up.
We will.
Do zombies get him 200 yards outside?
Probably. That's what I was thinking. They'll probably take the next wine train out of town. Those boys.
See you guys. Well, no, it's NPC to jail with.
Yes.
Just gets carried away.
Wrap
with
up
that.
another plot. Right. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plots wrapped up right there. So
Wow.
looking good.
Heck, we should be advanced
Cool.
to like at least 7th level after this.
I'd move you to 6th, but you'll have to suffer since Brett's gone.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I do say we go
I
and
agree.
try to do what we can for these druids. I also think it'll help the land a little bit more. We've already pissed off STRAHD, that hurt him. And then if we start bringing some health back to the land too, I think that'll help
I
us.
want to get the good wine going again, you know? Good stuff.
Well, you get your strength from the land.
I still don't know why STRAHD does it. What is it?
Why does it kill us? Because he's bored.
Don't
Because
you
he
remember
has
the
sort of
story?
He has kind of a death wish.
He
He's
wants
lived for
to
so
die.
long. He's so bored with his existence. He's kind of hoping someone kills him.
He
So-
believes that that's the only way he'll be freed.
So he's kind of toying with us, but he does have hopes.
And I can't believe you guys have not even gone up to. There's the second invite that he sent. You guys haven't even. How wooed.
I'm gonna go up there when I'm ready to kill him.
Or 12th level.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though eventually only goes to 10,
Yeah.
in case you want to be 12.
And we have a gold dragon steed.
Everybody else will be gone that night.
Hey, do you guys want to maybe head up to this tower before we head south to kill those druids?
Which tower?
Well, that's the tower that, if
The tower at Lake Baratok.
Von Richten or Octavio, they're the same person.
Yeah.
Is there? I mean, we can deliver the message for Esmeralda. I don't know if he's there.
Last time you saw Rictavio, he was in
Balaki. Yeah, that's where I assume he still is.
I still think it sounds kind of interesting to go to that tower.
He's putting a lot of pressure on you. Watch out. He's a house elf.
He's a demon baby.
I have no ulterior
He has no
motives.
soul, and he's evil. I just assume he's a servant to some lesser god.
Well, yeah.
That doesn't mean I don't have feelings.
They're not feelings that matter.
All right.
Kreeper have feelings.
I mean, it might be good if Octavio's there, but I don't like. We're just gonna break into his house.
Well, I don't know. We could explore.
It's not a convincing argument.
Find some interesting artifacts that might aid us in our.
Yeah, he just wants to find
Endeavors.
some magic items to steal.
He's also a demon baby, so
I
don't
wouldn't
think we should
steal
listen.
them. I might just
Procure them.
temporarily.
Borrow them.
Press on the map one.
You know where we could go if you want a magic artifact? We could go back to Bone Grinder. And I think on the top floor, if you want to
That sounds
sneak in, you
interesting.
could go do it.
Sure,
we'll just wait outside for you.
That.
You guys do need to go to Valaki to get the dress, bridal gown.
Oh.
He doesn't trust the Bellevues to find one,
Understandably.
and you know that Ismark has to go back that way anyways. There was the really nice bridal gown that was the Burgomaster's wife's.
If we went that way, I mean, the tower is only like 2 hexes
Yeah,
out
burn it
of the
up.
way. We could just stop by real
What
quick.
are these hexes?
Cloven has been playing music all night for you guys.
Awesome.
In lament.
Cloven
for
is
the-
my friend.
For the loss of Arena.
He's so lost for her.
Poor.
And the little baby head just goes from being like just back to sleep.
I just have visions.
Every now and then he pulls up like the little crab hand with the little tentacles on it, and the baby sucks on one with little tentacles.
Just having a vision of the Total Recall
Little baby in the chest.
in the chest.
I'm Slade. Wade, or whatever it is.
Whatever the name was. Yeah.
I don't know.
What do you think, guys? I mean, that makes really good sense to me. We could go back to Valaki,
I don't know. You sound too excited.
and
about
we
it.
just
It
come
makes me
back
a little
here,
nervous.
and we could like even take the old goat path to the north, which is the safer route,
Kresgor.
and we could just like do a quick little check into Lake
We
Baratok.
took the old goat path before. It was not that safe of a route.
It was definitely less safe.
Yeah. That is a patent lie, demon baby. He's trying to twist us to the will of his ascendant, whatever Lord Voldy Pants, or whatever he told me before. You have to be careful of these types. They're very tricksy. They're demons.
Are you guys going to discuss this out in the open around all the listening voices, or are you going to go back to the Kreskov Manor and stay there with his mark until you make up your mind?
We'll discuss in private. Okay.
What are you going to do with the dying fish that are laying around? There's like 6 or 8 of these colored carp.
I'm gonna
Take
eat.
them to the people.
I'm gonna eat a couple.
And take them to, wherever their mart is of sorts.
You take their sacred fish after knocking down their gazebo. And
We did bring them wine.
That was STRAHD.
We did bring them wine.
It's true.
They can't totally hate us.
Has the
had-
wine improved the mentality of the town at all?
yeah, they come out of their crypts for a while. And evidently this crypt sleeping thing, fruit flies, has been around since like long. It's like a long tradition that they used to sleep in the ground and revere this earth god long ago. So they're talking about going back to the old ways of sleeping under the ground all the time, like the old faith used to do.
Like pre-STRAHD even?
But it's some old behavior. They used to sleep in the crypts with their ancestors.
Oh yeah.
That's not creepy at all.
No, we house elves. We do that all the time. So it's settled then. We'll.
No.
Oh.
I thought we were going to the Druids. But, I mean, if we want to go back to Velaki to make sure Ismar gets...
You're going to go this way.
I don't think we should
You're
bring
going to go
that
right
bridle
past
back,
Lake
because
Baratok.
I'm not sure...
Past
What if we...
Wizard Lodge.
Let's see. Where the heck's Velaki? Velaki's over there.
Starting to
that's
smell like
over
vomit.
there.
It must be full.
I don't know. I'm of the mind that we do druids, go back, then we grab it, get Ismark, go to Velaki, maybe hit the tower on the way to Velaki, but I think we...
You know
do
what
the
these druids
first.
have lots of? Little plants and fungi and specimens. Lots of them. We had to kill a lot of them, and we found a lot on their bodies.
Oh, there it is. Bride
I'll collect some specimens.
gown.
And then we go to the tower. At
What's the tower again?
Lake Baratok. The tower? The tower.
It's Rick Tavio's
What do you hope to find?
I'm sure there's like a falling rocks trap because they're vampires. We open the door and we all die.
Tower. It's
Esmeralda said
It's
that
got
it was...
more wealth than you could possibly
Esmeralda
I don't
said
know, I
that
can
the
imagine
tower
an
was
awful lot.
booby-trapped.
Okay. Esmeralda did say that the tower.
That she won't leave Kresk until the bridal gown's been delivered so that they can send word to STRAHD to come get his new bride.
Yeah, but she's not going to leave until STRAHD comes to get his bride.
Right.
So I don't think we should get that dress yet, because then STRAHD's gonna come and we're gonna fight STRAHD and I'm gonna win, but then I'm gonna be bored.
Why doesn't she help us when? Because we will, after we do the druids, we can go get the dress. Oh Lord.
I feel we should just pick something and do it. I think we're dicking around too
I
much
think so
again.
too.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm fine. Let's go kill the druids.
We're just falling back into our trap of just dicking around and...
Yeah, I'm fine. My character does want to go to the tower.
I mean, I think we should go to the tower eventually too, but Esmeralda just said it's booby trapped, and
If her booby trap is as good as her plans, I'm not really concerned about her.
Well, yeah, you're. What is it? Your smite?
Mm-hmm.
That's badass.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. And you get 3 of those.
Well, right now I have. Yeah, I have 4 actually.
4.
Right now that I can use, or I can use spells. So if I heal or anything, then it takes away a smite.
Nice.
But I mean, the thing that's really nasty is when I can combine my smite and my sneak attack.
Oh.
Because that's like when I went into that, when we were sneaking up on the druids and I snuck up on one and then I crit sneak attack and did like 10d6 plus 8d8 damage.
Jesus.
And I was just like, all right, well, I eviscerate them.
Now that's some power gaming for you.
It only works if you actually sneak up on someone. Which how many times are we gonna sneak up on vampire spawn or vampires? Things see in the dark and have tremor sense and jump on us before we even know what's happening.
Seal loves vampire spawn.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I only ran into 6 of them.
Of course, if you would have made one save,
Yeah.
I would have
Yeah,
saved you.
You were very close. I was very close to dying in that combat too.
Because I literally got to him right as he made his last roll, his last death save. Failed it, so I couldn't go. Oh.